motorboat the finest person in the room.
I dare Duke to motorboat the sexiest person in the room. I overheard him tell Joyce how pretty she was earlier that day. I thought he was gonna choose Joyce. Putting him on the spot made his cheeks turn red. Like, we just let him do me.
We all really just needed to let loose and have fun.
Everybody's cool. You got Duke and them. You got everybody literally having a time.
Shower time. On me, baby. Wash my motherfucking back. Everybody gotta go in the coop and grab a chicken, throw it into the cage. You heard?
I pushed her to the side. Okay, choking chicken is something that ain't new to me. I think that farm was looking for some fucking free labor. Do I look like a fucking slave to you, bitch?
I dare you to run this fade. What's going on, you guys? It's your girl, Tatiana Vixen. Yeah, that's her name. And if you know me, you nasty. Like, comment, and share. And best believe I'm going to meet you there because your girl be in the comments. And if you love what I'm serving and how I give it, hit that subscribe button so you're always notified when I upload. Duh. This week of Now That's TV's Deja Vu, we got to see a more playful side of our cast members. And I was so here for it. But what I was even more so here for was that game that they was playing. Like, I am so hungry for a competition show, and I ain't talking about Greek life, because, child, that's another story. This kind of fed me what I needed, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Plus, you already know, it's not Deja Vu without a little bit of scandal and spice. So we're going to get into that and so much more. I'm not going to take too much of your time. So with that being said, class, let's begin. I'm not sure what happened between last episode and this episode, but now Naj is hype. You know, last episode she was telling Jay Galore, you know, I'm gonna let you get your time. I'm gonna, but we need to talk. This episode is giving, bitch, what's up? It's a whole different Naj. I'm like, girl, what happened between last week and this week? I know it's the same day, but which makes it worse actually. Now, if you don't know, you know the situation. Naj is upset with Jay Galore because she's been going around telling people, oh, Naj had a train ran on her. Jay Galore is like, well, I didn't make up that rumor. I'm just repeating it. Listen, I've already explained to y'all how I can't stand a person who spreads a rumor more than a person who actually created it. That being said, Naj calls up Chinks, who Jay Galore threw his name in. And I gotta be honest, I cannot stand when people think that they're doing their big one by calling someone who was accused of something, right? And what I mean by that is, okay, so you're calling to get answers, and what he tell you? Oh, it's not true. Now what? You really thought that man was going to tell you the truth? No. I'm not saying he lied to Naj, but that wouldn't have been enough for me. I just don't believe that Jay Galore just woke up one day and decided to tell this rumor. The cast then starts to play truth or dare, and it's getting a little spicy. Now, in her confessionals, LaRue dropped a little tea. Well, tea to me because, you know, I be out of the loop of some of the Now That's TV stuff. But according to LaRue, she goes up and asks Duke truth or dare. He says dare, and she tells him, well, I dare you to motorboat. That's motorboat, childish. She dares him to motorboat the girl who he thinks is the prettiest. The tea is, she said the only reason why she said that is because she overheard him earlier telling Joyce he thought she was pretty. Messy. Nonetheless, Duke did not motorboat Joyce's titties, but instead he motorboated LaRue. I don't know if this is a thing at Now That's TV or not, but to my last time I checked, Duke is known to be trans attracted. I could be wrong, or like, am I saying too much? Like, I don't know. Blame it on Twitter. To my understanding, it's not a secret. Like there's videos online to the public. So now, what's also not a secret is Duke will beat the dog shit out of somebody. Like, I'm legit scared of him. Who gonna check him, boo? Now, what I really loved about this episode was, like, the cast really just got to have fun and let loose. They in the pool, they naked. And best of all, Don is back. And I wanted to kind of point something out, and I think it's important that it be said. Mac has been going around stating that after him and Dawn fought, that Dawn had to go to the hospital and get his teeth wired shut. And that's why he's talking the way he's talking in his confessionals. Now, in the beginning, that did make sense. It panned out. Okay, he got sent to the hospital. We see he's talking with a wired shut mouth in the confessionals. He ain't been in no other fight on the show, so I guess Mac did that. And, you know, there's a Now That's TV podcast on YouTube. And even there, when they had him on, everyone who was in that podcast episode with him, like Sheik and Becca and Jay Galore, they all kind of made him admit that, yeah, it's technically his mouth is wired shut because of Mac.
Why you was talking like that
on your confessionals?
Because my shit was wired, but Mac did not.
Why was it wired?
Because my shit was swelled up. When he punched me, my bracket shifted and went inside of my mouth like a slant.
Before y'all fight, your mouth wasn't like that.
Yeah, you can say that. If I punch you, right? If I punch you and then whatever happens, you gotta go to the hospital and they get wired, it's because of me. I punched you though.
No, but
if I didn't punch you, you would never got wired.
However, Don kept saying, no, I got my teeth wired shut weeks after that fight with Mac. Sheik, on the other hand, is like, no shade, whether it was a day after or a month after, you had to get your teeth technically wired shut because of Mac. Because I guess in Don's explanation, he's like, well, it fell off the track when we was fighting. So Sheik is like, yeah, so that's why you had to get your teeth wired shut. However, what y'all failed to mention was Don returned to the house.
If you feel that way, that's cool.
No, Mac didn't break his jaw.
I still filmed the show. I did this shit through. I got surgery 3 weeks after the show. My shit was sealing. I lived with Junior at the time. My swelling was going down. They told me I had to go back and get surgery, and that's when my shit looked like that.
So he just finished off some shit that was already bad.
See, in my little brain, I thought when he left the show, he was gone for good. And the next time he pops up is to do his confessionals and his mouth is wired shut. So that's why at the time I was like, oh yeah, I guess Mac did have him wire shut his teeth. But no, he came back to the house talking regular, teeth fine. So technically, no, Mac, you didn't do that. Yes, because of the fight, the track got disaligned, but he was fine. Weeks later, he decided, I need to get this fixed. And in result of it getting fixed, the teeth got wired. That would have been anybody whose braces got disaligned. So if we want to play the technical game like y'all was, technically no, you're not the reason why Don's wearing a wired mouth, because he returned without the wired mouth. He continued the season without the wired mouth. He didn't stay in the hospital. He didn't leave the show. He came back. He was fine as a goose. What he did after filming weeks later, I'm sorry, you can't jack that. Now let's talk about Dawn and Naj. Why did Naj take a shower with that man? Mind you, to my understanding, Naj and her girlfriend is now broken up. And are we surprised? Not at all. Like, girl, if I was your girl and I'm watching this show and I'm watching this shit play out and you being a little too pressed over Dawn, I'm like, I would be like, what the fuck going on? You played in this girl's face on TV, and that's why you was pissed about Dawn and Diamond. Because I don't understand why you was so upset about a kiss on the cheek. And according to Dawn, they slept in the same bed that night too. Mind you, Naj recently posted on her Instagram story, y'all finally got what y'all wanted. No. You played a major hand in whatever breakup, if it is a breakup, between you and your girlfriend. Don't do that, girl. The fans ain't do shit. You did a lot. You ain't got no business being in the shower with that man. You ain't got no business being in the bed with that man. I low-key would even say you ain't got no business sitting on his back while he run around the pool. You mad because he gave Diamond a kiss on the cheek So how you think your girlfriend's supposed to respond to you taking a fucking shower with him? I'm waiting for you to make it make sense. Now the next morning, who that? Oh, who that? Can somebody please find that nigga? Internet, do your job. Anywho, the cast was woken up early in the morning and given work boots, which was kind of like a hint at the tasks that they would be performing later on that day. Actually a challenge for a cash prize. Long and behold, they was brought to a goddamn farm and was told that they would be doing 3 challenges for a cash prize. Mind you, they also had to be broken up into 2 teams, the House of LaRue and the House of Galore. This game where they had to grab the chickens out of the chicken coop and put them in a cage, that shit looks so fun, but I would be so scared. Like, I can't see myself just grabbing a live animal like that. Like, look at the way Dawn is squeezing his brown chicken. Pause. Even his girlfriend Naj is squeezing the chicken. Like, I was actually gagging up. The girls weren't even scared. Now, Michelle dropped her chicken, and that shit... that shit was so funny. Like, they got that y'all grown asses out there, like, working. Like, these chickens is getting beat the fuck up. I really truly love this game. Like, if they did this each and every episode, this would be my favorite show. The next challenge was saddle up the horse, and this was a little boring, but it required them to kind of use their muscle memory. They had to remember exactly how to saddle up the horse, which Naj remembered. So I love that. I also loved seeing Duke handle that horse. Like, that is a man right there. Now, the last challenge was gross as fuck, and I agree with Diamond. Is given this farm is just putting y'all to work. Like, they're just getting free labor. The cast basically had to clean up shit. That ain't no damn challenge. That's work. Anyway, House of LaRue won, and I'm guessing somewhere down the line they will get their money. That's my only thing about Now That's TV. I wish y'all, like, when these little challenges, give the prize right then and there. Shit, they should have, like, girl. Now, on the way back to the sprinter, fine ass Duke calls out Mac again. Duke wants that face so bad, and I don't know why, because last time I checked, didn't he win the boxing match between him and Mac? Like, or am I missing something, people? Like, is there something did something else happen? Or, like, y'all let me know in the comments. The cast ends up pulling up to the house, and a dinner party is laid out for them. Basically, they about to have a cute little party, but that's where they end the episode. However, next week it's about to be some shit. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for coming to class, and thank you for being on time. Make sure that you like, comment, and share, and best believe I'm gonna meet you there, because your girl be in the comments. And if you love what I'm serving and how I give it, hit that subscribe button so you are always notified when I upload. Duh. Next week we are going to see that final showdown with Naj and Diamond the Body, but oh baby, it does not stop there. LaRue and Becca will go at it, as well as Almond and Chic. And some way, somehow, Sydney Star gets thrown in the mix, but we'll see where that goes. All that and more. You just make sure that you're here next week to capture it all. And bitch, you better not be late. You like that last video? Well, the good news is I got plenty more right here on YouTube. Just hit the subscribe button so you're always notified when I upload to my channel. That's right. Binge watch the out of me.